Good afternoon and greetings to all my listeners and viewers out there on Fit FM 96.7, the Primal 4K app, Facebook, YouTube, the World Wide Web. I want to welcome you all to Primal Sports Center. I'm your host, Dale.
And I'm Kane the Schwab Watson. And as my co-host said, you know what time it is? Time for Primal Sports Center, where we bring it to you live and direct, all the sporting topics all around the world. And this week we have a jam-packed show. So much to talk about. I don't even know where to start there. But,
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it was a hurtful week.
A hurtful week.
The only highlight I could say of my week, or saving grace for the week, was the West Indies. I'll dive into that later on in the show. But I mean, from on the track to on the football pitch, I mean, to the basketball arena. I mean, it's just been hurtful for me because, as you know, I picked the Mavs.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, the Stola game last night, with track and field, we'll dive into that more. With football, that's a whole budding topic of the week.
Yeah.
Not only the reggae boys, but the drama surrounding selection and misleading information. That was tagged on Instagram. But later in the show, and I'm sure all the co-hosts will have something to say about that when it comes to the controversial boss at the midway point and Frog in 5 later on in the show. But to kick things off with one of the hurtful topics, we're going to kick it off, Dale, the NBA.
Yeah, we discuss the Boston Celtics and the Mavs in the NBA Finals. People say,
first things first, to start off. Do you think the Mavs have a chance?
No. It was just it's to make more money. Make more money for.
I see in the money business, you know.
Yeah, for Game 5.
Yeah, from the start, link up with Peter, in the money business.
Yeah, I think it's a done deal. Yeah, it's over. It's over.
I'm still clinging on to hope. I think that if Mavs can pull off a victory in Game 5, it will go to 7. But overall, all in all, Boston is the better team.
Yeah,
Boston 1 through 6, 1 through 7.
And Porzingis is out. Yeah. Right? Still.
Porzingis gave us that Cameroon performance in Game 1. I mean, didn't play much in Game 2.
Yeah.
But
battling injuries as usual, you know, throughout his entire career. But Boston, as you say, hands down.
Better team. From head to toe.
Yes, man.
Yeah. Dallas to me has probably the two best individually skilled players.
Yes.
But it's a team sport and a sport where, not even in sports alone, meaning basketball alone, in our sports, defense win championships. You have to have a solid foundation where defensively.
And I was about to comment on that when you said, because Luka is the best player in the league for me. Yeah. But just to show you how special MJ was, you know, Luka, the issue with Luka is defensively. Yeah. He has no defensive presence at all. So you know, he started out okay against the T-Wolves and in the earlier rounds, but now you have wing players from Boston that can take you out. Every single player can take you off the dribble.
There's no mismatches really. Switch up on Derek White, Drew Holiday.
It doesn't matter who.
In front of you defensively.
Exactly.
Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum, even Al Horford for a big can slide across. And
but it's more about Luke on the defensive end. Yeah. Everybody's attacking him, and to be that's why I tell you, boy. That's why I have to respect MJ, you know. That's why I have to respect MJ. Luka is the best player.
So is MJ alone you respect? Come on, give us another player.
I'm just showing you
that's why I respect Kobe.
How difficult it is. Yeah. How difficult it is, because if Luka probably could defend, I think the Mavs probably would be leading in this series.
It still will be tough because
it will be tough. But if your best player is also one of your best defenders and your best offensive player, basketball at any given time is 5 men on the court. So one player can have more of a significant impact on the game.
Jason Tatum?
In terms of what?
He's on paper, or even before the series, everybody thought him as the best Boston Celtics player.
No, not for me.
Offensive, but that's what I'm saying.
I don't think he's offensively good either.
But if you check the numbers,
I don't look at
the best offensive.
No,
numbers.
I don't look at numbers. I look at the fundamentals and the impact on the court. I don't see him being that impactful player that requires.
I agree with you.
When I say impact, I don't see Jason Tatum doesn't require a double and triple team like Kobe and MJ.
No, but for the
and
Boston
Luka
Celtics.
and Luka Doncic. It doesn't because of the way he plays. He plays more on the outside. He's a drive and kick player. Him don't go in the middle and him don't cause problems really for the defense. Apart from when him break it down on the perimeter. But that's my point. But him don't really. It's a difference.
He doesn't have that bag of weapons. Like
yes,
the names you called out.
Exactly. Even
Luka, he has that benefit of having those other role players on the Boston team.
Yes. But I'm saying if Luka could have been
switch Luka with Tatum.
No, Tatum is not in the same league as Luka. No, so let us not compare Tatum.
They have Tatum as the best player in the Boston Celtics. He's the franchise player.
Yeah, but I'm saying if Luka could defend, I think it would have been a different series.
I think for the series to be more competitive, Dallas players need to make more shots. The role players, I think they can make it a series, but the role players like PJ Washington, Derek Jones have to start knocking down those jumpers to help free up Luka. Those players are not making shots. Even the players off the bench, they're relying on Derek Lively with his energy, Gafford in the middle. And that alone can't win you this series, especially against Boston.
Yeah, shooting.
So Tim Hardaway came on last night, scored 5 threes in one quarter. If he could do that in crunch time or when the game is on the line to give that coverage for Luka and Kyrie, then I think then it would be a closer series and even open up Luka's game more and not be a liability on the court. That's where I think the liability comes with Luka. He has to do so much work on the offensive end. He can't even afford to hide on the defensive end because he used to hide on the defensive end.
Yes, that is where the issue is. So based on what Luka have, he's not a good defender. No,
we know.
So you're saying that they have to make more shots. But what I think is going to happen the next game is that Boston is not going to miss so many shots come the next game, and that is
especially at home.
That is going to be the problem.
Yes. So for Game 5 on Monday, you see a Boston blowout.
Why not?
Yeah. And for Dallas to go toe to toe with Boston in Boston, I think Luka has to have a cameo performance, which we have seen him done before on the road. Yeah, he plays better on the road.
Luka needs to give more effort though at times. I know I'm doing a lot of work, but it's all or nothing at this point.
Yeah. So I think he should just go all out, score 45 point, 50 point performance.
And defend because he can do it to a level and try to defend without flopping.
Yeah, but if he try to defend, I think that's going to affect him offensively.
No, well, he have to come out with everything. He have to leave everything on the court. If him really, I put it this way: if they win the Game 5, them have a chance.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
if they win Game 5
in games 1 and 2 in Boston.
Lack of effort from me. It was lack of effort. Not game 1. Not game 1. Game 2 and game 3. I put it on Luka.
We're going back into the hostile environment of Boston.
Yeah.
Luka shows up. Kyrie has to show up.
Kyrie will show up.
I didn't see it in Boston.
A matter of fact, game 3.
And the role players have to show up.
Game 3, Luka cost the Mavs that game.
Yeah. With the fouling out, missing free throws.
Yeah, man. And Kyrie was on fire in that game. Kyrie was on.
The referees were abysmal.
True.
Throughout the whole series, the referees made some dubious calls that, I mean.
But Luka have a habit doing of complaining, doing.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing I don't like because it reminds me of LeBron. Yeah. I just hope him kind of stop the complaining. He was doing well throughout the entire Western Conference.
That's why when it start to lose, you start to see some things, some chinks in the armor.
That's what I'm saying.
When we're riding on the coattail and say, "Oh, Luka is the best player."
No, he is the best player. He's the best player in the league.
And I still see an inkling of chance. And the thing is, more so, as I said, Boston is a better team. But the only way I see Dallas coming back in the series is the problem that I have with Boston. Boston is a complacent side. And we see it where in games 1, 2, and 3, they blew big leads and the game got close to the end, but they still
squeeze out
the victory. They hold on for the victory. So I expect Boston to come out hard, but I expect Dallas to respond.
Yeah.
And with Boston, they have that tendency straight through. Look, remember the Indiana series?
Yeah.
Where that 3 in the corner.
Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
that game Indiana threw
And
out
he's
the
the
game.
best player on the Celtics.
Yeah,
Don't say Tatum. Jalen Brown
No,
is the best player.
I'm just telling you what the media has to tell us.
I don't.
But that's why we bring it here.
Yeah.
We break it down further than the media with the hype.
Yeah, the brainwash business. Who is more marketable and who is this and who? Jalen Brown is the best player.
And all of that.
Yeah, man.
LeBron can't be the GOAT.
Yeah.
This is not about LeBron right
Yeah.
now. But we don't follow the media. We'll watch the games and we'll break down our analysis and give you our opinion. Everybody's entitled to
Of
their
course.
opinion. But everybody can agree that Boston is complacent at times.
Yeah. Mm.
And they will let you in the game. And we see where they blew big leads in the first 3 games. And Dallas come back, and then there were some calls here and there. But pound for pound, Celtics is the better side. So for Mavs to win, I think Luke has to go for 40 plus. Kyrie has to score 20 plus. Some wing player has to give you 15 points. And then you do the defensive work with Lively and Gafford. And then Boston do the bottle job where Brown overplays or Tatum start shoot some long threes and be like, oh. Well, Drew Holiday now is the glue to that side. And I think Al Horford, where they are the veteran type players and players that have, well, Drew Holiday has been there and done that. Al Horford is the journeyman. But I think those two will try to keep them level-headed. They have a young coach. Yeah. But, I mean...
I see PJ Washington having a big game on Monday. PJ and I think Hardaway Jr., if him get the playing time, I think
they should give...
I think those two players, if they step up...
Those two are
PJ Washington, yeah, man.
With Derek Lively, I'm going to give
obviously
the intangible. But those two players have to score 10 plus.
Of course.
They have to score 10 plus.
I'm looking for something over 15 for PJ Washington. Yeah, man, for this game.
But you have it over.
I have it over.
The only reason I'm going with the Mavs for game 5 is because I picked them for the season before.
All right.
So I have to stick with my pick. A shop don't switch up,
All right.
So I'm going down with the ship. If Mavs lose. Just I tell you, I'm having a rough week, a hurtful week. Yeah. I mean, and on the basketball court, Mavs save game 4. So looking forward to Monday. Mm-hmm. And by next week, we'll probably know where the series stands. Hopefully by next week, Saturday with the show returns.
Yeah.
We'll be like, oh, I told you so. Dallas in 7. But
all right.
Pound for pound, Celtics the better side. I'm still going to look at the best player in the world. And, I mean...
Let us see. All right.
Let us see how basketball unfolds. But right now, who do you think leading the MVP race for the finals MVP?
Obviously, it's going to be Jalen Brown. Obviously, it's Jalen Brown.
From even the conference finals.
Yeah.
He won the conference finals MVP. And I agree that he's the best player.
And he's on a mission as well. They had it.
Playing defense.
Yeah, they were saying that he wasn't marketable. That's why he's not getting the flowers that he deserves and whatever. So you can see where he's actually making a conservative effort.
Yeah, Boston playing team basketball because Drew Holiday has a shout to also with the finals MVP. Yeah. Derek White, catch and shoot. And playing some good defense.
But Jalen will finally get what he deserves. Yeah. Apart from the finances.
Well,
I know he's one of the highest paid.
MVP going to be? Yeah. Look at Doncic, Dallas in 7.
All right, let us see. All right.
To another hurtful topic.
Before we can just big up the youngster, Alcaraz.
If I remember the last week.
Leave me something to talk about that.
Winning the French Open. His third
major
time.
3 different services as well.
Yeah, so and we know that Novak been injury plague. Maybe it's father time you call it.
Yeah, and if you look at the rankings on both the male and female.
Who's number 1? Got Rune?
No.
Sinner is 1.
Is 2. Is 3. So top 2.
Heading into the Olympics, right?
So we see where
Wimbledon and
changing of the guard.
Yeah.
Well, the female side, Kokogov is 2 and Swiatek is 1. Yeah,
so Novak need this Olympics to have all the titles.
That's called the Golden Slam.
Yeah, so Novak need the Olympic title.
Yeah, but he have a knee injury, hope he recover again.
Okay.
And the man that does have all the titles is playing the doubles with Alcaraz.
Who have all the titles? Who have Golden Slam?
Rafael Nadal.
Yeah.
Steffi Graf.
No, the male side. No, Steffi Graf is that's why I have Steffi Graf as the GOAT.
Yeah,
Steffi Graf is the GOAT. Not
so
only.
Federer don't have an Olympic title?
No.
Okay, wow.
I don't think so. No.
Steffi Graf alone.
Okay.
But Stefan Graf did it in the same season. Stefan Graf went undefeated. I think it was 1988. If I'm not mistaken.
1988.
I think it's 88, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Stefan Graf had a season there where she probably lost 2 or 3 sets for the whole season. She didn't lose a match. Dominant.
Yeah.
But then, as I said, father time or mother time.
Mother time.
But she was, to me, one of the most dominant players, especially in the open era.
Man.
Back in the day where...
Yeah, man, Steffi was a household
in
name.
the 1800s.
Every slam, it was Steffi.
But you picked Zverev, and I watched so much. Zverev put up a good fight.
Yeah.
But as I said, Alcaraz is more, I would say, mentally stronger. So Alcaraz pull out the victory. And as Zverev played with hats off to Zverev, I mean, coming through the rounds, beating Nadal in the first.
He's going to be the next one.
The next one? Next one?
He's going to be the next one. He's going to be the rival to Alcaraz.
You think so?
Of course, I think so.
I think he'll fade away.
Had some injury problems earlier, but he
I like Rune.
Went to the Olympic finals, right?
Yeah.
Beating the GOAT. So I
Who's
think
the GOAT?
Novak.
Oh, you're a GOAT. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So that's your GOAT. I don't have him as my GOAT.
Everybody's good.
No, he's not my GOAT. and Nadal is my player.
Yeah.
And I have Federer as a GOAT.
All right. So what I'm gonna watch the tennis.
You can't watch
the tennis in the Olympics.
Oh, sometimes you flip flop.
No. I watch the games, man. I watch the
so
games.
why you have Novak as a GOAT?
No, because of the way him destroy people,
Destroy who?
I noticed something.
Who's the most dominant player on anyone's surface?
I remember watching.
Who's the most dominant player on anyone's surface? Nadal and Clay.
Nadal
win 4 French Opens without dropping a single set.
Yeah, man, but we can go through stats, incredible stats for Novak.
Yeah.
We don't have time for that. It's so long, we don't even have time to go through that.
For all three. But
why
you have Novak as a GOAT?
I remember watching Novak playing Raja. And he could... Raja in prime.
He didn't catch Raja in
prime.
He didn't catch Raja in his prime.
You could see the fear that Raja had for this kid, for this young kid.
Which young kid? What young kid?
No, I think it was a US Open.
What young kid?
I was watching the match and
Everybody think that
I was cheering for Raja and I said, boy, this youth is destroying the man, boy.
Djokovic is way younger than them. Where was Djokovic in the early part?
I mean, young in terms of experience.
Which experience? They've been playing from ever since.
Now, let us use experience.
Novak is a late bloomer. Federer is older. And, I mean, when Djokovic stepped up, Federer was coming out of his prime.
Yeah.
Still won titles.
Well, he would have had less experience.
Remember the Grand Slams that at one point was like Federer had 16 and Novak probably had 2.
Who has the most Grand Slams now?
You're not a numbers guy. You're not a numbers guy, Dave.
Djokovic
Nadal has more Grand Slams.
I'm not a numbers guy when it comes down to team sport. No. Because it's wins and losses. It's wins and losses. It's individual. But team sport now with rebound and who this and who that. You have too many different parameters.
Individual. No, you can.
Individual sports, it can go with numbers to an extent for individual sports.
Nadal is greater than Federer.
I'll give Nadal, if I want to win a one match, I go in with Nadal over Federer.
No, I'm not asking about a one match.
No, if I want to win a high pressure match, I go in with Nadal.
Your GOAT is Novak.
Yeah, then Nadal. Yeah.
And then Federer 3.
Of course.
Okay, fine.
Of course.
Once you stick it with your numbers, not contradicting yourself. That's your opinion.
Yeah, man.
But don't be contradicting yourself.
Yeah, man. But I always say that I don't have Federer as a second or the first. I have him as a third. Because of the mental factor.
Federer is a pioneer.
Because of the pioneer.
Federer set the bar and then they come and match the bar and pass it. Federer is the man.
That's how it's going on. That's how it's supposed to go.
That's how it's supposed to go.
The next person come up supposed to be better. All right.
So.
It don't always work out that way though. But anyway, let us move on.
That's why I don't understand how they're putting LeBron over people.
Okay.
So. I always go back to LeBron. I mean, the media don't make the media tricky people.
Yeah.
But hats off to Alcaraz. As I said, hats off to Zverev. Sueta won on the female side. Saw a youngster Paulini, Italian, coming up.
Yeah, Paulini. She went to the finals. Yeah. How good is Goff? Can Goff win the win Wimbledon or even the Olympics. Oh God,
How
her
good
name
is Goff or how good?
in comparison to the field now.
I'm more looking at her competitors.
Yeah.
She has none, really, in terms of other than Swiatek and couple coming up. But for me,
She made it to the semifinals.
On the female side,
Best bet is always semifinals. I don't see her getting into.
I see her.
You see her taking one of these.
Yeah, but even so, she's better than the chasing pack, even mentally. But on the female side, I think that.
Yeah, probably.
I think on the female side is just weak.
Yeah.
It's just weak. I mean,
Swiatek is
but
head and shoulders above her competition.
it was a couple years
Swiatek?
ago.
Yes.
Couple years ago.
But
probably
sometimes you play good and for like a span of 2 months and then she just drop off.
But she's always better than them.
She's always better than them.
the female side to me just get weak over the past years, and I mean, Coco Gauff is stepping up, but yet still not reaching that level where I saying, all right, she's going to be an all-time.
What do you mean
great.
weak? They're not competitive. What do you mean by
Weak
that?
mentally, I said, look at Osaka losing to Swiatek.
Are you
Okay.
saying women are weak?
That's what I was about to ask him. You know.
No, I'm saying lawn tennis players are weak, both on the male and female side.
Okay, it's a general thing.
It's a general thing with lawn tennis. I can't understand it. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's the sun or through they're out there for 3-4 hours.
You know, Stephen used to say that too, right? Stephen Hilton.
I mean,
Stephen used to say lawn tennis players they're
mentally
very,
weak.
very fragile. I don't know
yeah,
why.
I don't know why they're fragile. Even if you look at the ones before Federer, Novak, and Nadal, which lawn tennis player like in that area would you say is mentally just strong?
Bjorn Borg, Ivan Lendl, them man them mentally strong.
That's two.
Huh?
That's two out of how much?
Listen.
I look on the female side.
And by the way, Nadal is mentally strong. 5 hour match.
I said Nadal. Of course, hold on. Nadal
No,
is
we
my
all know
player.
that Nadal is up there.
Nadal is.
Is mentally strong.
I agree.
2 love down, come back
Yeah.
5 cents. Djokovic.
The weakest one is Roger.
I'm talking about overall.
I said that's what I said. Roger is the
Overall.
most. No, Pete is a tough cookie.
I see them break down in the court a lot. And even so,
Pete?
remember the
Pete?
Michael Changs and the
Pete Sampras?
Pete Sampras don't even win on a French.
No, I don't think Pete was weak though.
I don't think he was strong.
Those guys had a level mentally, man.
I didn't say it wasn't great, but in terms of that mentality where you're just out there, you're a killer, lawn tennis players tend to fall more often. I don't know why. And that's my opinion. That's what I view. I'm not knocking lawn tennis players here because I mean, to me, lawn tennis is probably one of the most lucrative sports.
Maybe them have.
I see Swiatek earnings for the year.
Yeah.
Swiatek is the most earned player, whether male or female, for the year so far. With I think it's 6.6 million for the year. This year, 2024, so far, we're 6 months in the year.
Yeah.
And she's earned $6.6 million.
Okay.
We're halfway the year. So overall, she's going. I'm talking on the court.
On the
I'm not
court.
talking about sponsors here
Yeah.
and there.
Okay.
She's the most earned player, whether male or female, for the year, with 6.6 million.
24 million in 2023.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, lawn tennis is very lucrative, and you go out there, you make round of 16 quarterfinals here and there. You're a millionaire right away.
Yeah. Well.
If you consistently do that.
Yeah.
So there's money to be made in lawn tennis. So I mean, and plus lawn tennis is fun and nice to watch, one of the top sports. But on the court, I don't know why these players break down so often.
Yeah.
Mental breakdowns. These are players mashing up rackets and all of these stuff.
Yeah.
Even yours
Mr.
ever.
Pasham?
Even yours ever have yours ever have. I mean, young guns coming up. Look at Sissipas.
Yeah.
Felix from Canada just disappear off the map. Shapalov. Next guy.
Yeah.
Tiafoe.
Tiafoe, yeah.
Comes good one. Oh, and you know the crowd highlights him up and then bluff.
Maybe it's a stressful sport, you know?
The sun.
Yeah, hours on the court, 3-4 hours playing one match. Yeah, you know, it wear and tear, and you probably have to have a lot of discipline off the
as I
court.
said, pressure, boss pipe.
Yeah,
Pressure also.
and these guys.
Build diamonds. So
Yeah.
it's up to you when you fall under the pressure yourself.
All right.
That's why Novak is touted as the GOAT.
Yeah, Novak.
So that's what you ever say.
Yeah.
And that's why Nadal is my player.
Yeah, Nadal definitely is one of them. All right, people.
No, I mean, that's wrapping up tennis. I mean, that wasn't a hurtful part of my week because I did pick Alcaraz, but we touch on some football, and I know this is going to lead right into sports commentary. So we're going to touch on a bit of football before we go right into sports commentary with the Euros going on now, starting yesterday. Germany beating Scotland 5-1. Switzerland beat Hungary 3-1 this morning. Spain beat Croatia 3-0, and Italy is currently leading Albania 2-1. And the Euros kick off yesterday, and I mean, football is everybody thought after the leagues it would be on a break. Football is high because we see we're going to have some 80 plus matches between the Euros and the Copa. So Euros kick off, and we're looking forward to Copa. And Copa starts next week, June 21st to July 15th, where we see 4 groups. Group A, Argentina, Peru, Chile, Canada. Group B, Mexico, Ecuador, Venezuela, and none other than the Reggae Boys, Jamaica. Group C, USA, Uruguay, Panama, Bolivia. Group D, Brazil, Colombia, Paraguay, Costa Rica. And you know, we have to concentrate on the Reggae Boys. Over our favorites, Argentina and Brazil. But, I mean, you know where I are. So Jamaica. And Jamaica named their 26 team-man squad, and I'll list it for you. Goalkeepers, Shaquille Davis, Andre Blake, Kanaya Boyce Clark, and Jamal White. Defenders, Dexter Lembikisa, Deshaun Bernard, Greg Lee, Damien Lowe, Michael Hector, Richard King, Wesley Harding, Ethan Pinnock, John Bell, Amari Bell. Midfielders, Casey Palmer, Kevin Lambert, Bobby Reed, Alex Marshall, your player, Joey Latibodier, and Corey Anderson. Forwards, Shamar Nicholson, Rolando Cephas, Michael Antonio, DeMar Gray, Kaim Dixon, and Leon Bailey. That was the squad that is named, 26-man squad, that is named for Copa America. And so we're Jamaica, we played 2 World Cup qualifiers, one in the stadium, a decent turnout, and one in against Dumrep, and one in Dominica, where the Reggae Boys won 3-2 last week. We were up 3-0, kind of take the foot off the gas. Dominica got 2 chances, made the most of it. So the scoreline kind of looked like we scraped through. I mean, Coach Grimmy.
The match you mean the scoreline?
I mean,
so the match looked like it's a scrape.
it looked like it's a scrape through, but
or a
we're up
scrappy
3-0.
match.
2 goals from Shamar Nicholson, 1 from Kaim Dixon, Peter's player.
Young sensation.
Young sensation, Kaim Dixon. That
man.
everybody's having high hopes for. I mean, the sky's the limit, and hopefully he can get better.
Very busy on the field.
For me, I think he has a lot more high work rate, but has a lot more to learn. And if he gets it all together, he can be a stalwart in the Reggae Boys team. And for one, he wants to play for the Reggae Boys.
Yeah.
He goes out there and fights. Just like with Damien Lowe, that is the first step. You have to want to go out there and represent your country, because I don't understand why wouldn't you want to represent your country? And that's where we're going to dive into later on right in the show. So as I said, we had a 3-2 victory over Dominica, and that's 2 wins from 2 in the World Cup qualifying. And looking forward to the Copa America, June 21st to July 15th. What are your chances of the Reggae Boys? Not, I wouldn't say winning it, but coming out of the group. We have a group with Mexico, I wouldn't say our rivals, but a powerhouse in our region, CONCACAF region. Ecuador, Venezuela. 2 come out the group. Do you give Jamaica a chance of coming to the group there?
Well, if Leon Bailey plays, yes. If not, no.
Oh,
I think we're going to be in. I don't think we can beat Mexico or Ecuador, even though previous scorelines would suggest otherwise. When it comes on to Mexico, but I think Venezuela is a team that we can beat, but is also a team with quality as well.
Minimum 4 points, I think, can get us through this group.
Yeah.
Where the 4 points can come from, I see us can get in 3 from Venezuela.
I think Ecuador is going to destroy Jamaica.
Ecuador is going to be the toughest match.
Yeah.
Mexico is a team that we're used to, and I think we can scrape through a result and probably get a draw.
A draw, and then Venezuela will be the match that will have to win.
Yeah, so I think that if we can get 4 points out of 9, we can go through. It's still going to be tough, but I just hope for a spirited performance. I mean, I see where we can get a core of players that want to play for Jamaica and going forward for the World Cup campaign can form some unity and gel and build something. We're lacking a creative midfielder. We said this last week and overall, but with this squad, we just have to try to pick.
Yeah, and these teams
a
are
team that
unknown.
can work with each
We're
other.
very unfamiliar with Ecuador and Venezuela, meaning playing against them.
regularly.
So Venezuela is going to be the
Why
team.
why we can't get 3 points from Mexico?
From Mexico?
Why not?
No.
Look how we do with USA and carry them to the last minute and
No. We've been playing scrappy football. I don't say anything that would suggest that we can.
He's a results-based man.
That is true, still. That is true. I don't see we're beating Mexico.
90%
I don't
of the
see it
ball.
happening. I don't see it happening.
I give us a very slim chance.
It's slim, but I mean, I
And
think I'm
Mexico is not the
hopeful
Mexico of the past, though.
Very optimistic.
I think I'm the optimist.
Let's be real, though. Mexico is not the Mexico of the past, though.
This is true.
Yeah.
We agree with that, but
Neither is Jamaica.
Neither is
But
Jamaica.
with the return of the Margray, I think can play a pivotal part.
You're so correct with that one.
Yeah.
The Mari
Bobby
is a
Reed-
difference maker in
Bobby
the
Reed
team.
is a workhorse. Kaim Dixon is a workhorse. If we can,
No, if
create-
Kahim play, yes, we do
Yeah,
have a
that's what I'm
chance.
So you're saying what I am saying?
I
If
think Kahim.
I think that if we start off putting Antonio on the bench, start off with Boza and Kahim at the front, I think we have a hope. I've never seen a Jamaican team create chances like when that pair is playing of recent. You remember the days of Pearl and Onandilo? That was the amount of chances we are creating with this team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
So
that's
I
what
think we have a chance.
So
I think we have a chance.
against Venezuela.
No, we will
Against
beat
Mexico too.
Venezuela. We have to beat Venezuela, but I think we have a chance against Mexico and
Beating
no
Mexico
chance against
2-1.
Ecuador, in my opinion.
No, I know we have no chance against Ecuador.
Yeah.
why not?
No,
give us
they're
that
going
chance.
to
Ecuador is not a
run. They're going to run us
power,
off.
so to
They're
say.
going to
No,
run
but
us off the
it's a
field,
solid team, and we don't do good against solid teams.
and then play with
I
pace.
think we have a favorable group because we avoid Argentina and Brazil and Colombia. Colombia is unbeaten in how many
Did you
matches?
see what Colombia did to the US
Chris,
team
there you
last
go.
week?
So we avoid Brazil,
5-1.
avoid Brazil, we avoid Colombia, we avoid Uruguay, we avoid Argentina. I think that this is probably one of our most favorable groups, and with Venezuela, one of the weakest teams in the competition, along with us and Bolivia.
We and Venezuela are the two weak teams. in the group.
Bolivia. We and Bolivia. Bolivia is weaker than Venezuela. So Bolivia have their
I
group.
remember us going and getting some lopsided scores in Bolivia at altitude. You know, I remember in the past, even with Simoes.
I don't think that's legal to play in that altitude anymore. I don't
So
think it's
we avoid,
legal
as I
for
said,
football.
four to the top teams. Argentina, Brazil, Colombia, Uruguay. I would say Chile is kind of on the down low now. So avoid those teams. We have to make use of it.
Chile used to be a big team.
And again, it's down to also coaching and decision who plays. And the
Well,
players
I'm going to
that
have something to say about coaching at some point.
it's time for
All right.
sports commentary. To the people.
Greetings, sports commentary time. Stop the presses. Ferdinand Omanyala clocks a world lead of 9.79 to win the 100 at Kenya Olympic Trials. Save and except for almost every fast time Omanyala has done is at high altitude or with a wind exceeding 3.5 meters per second. Omanyala hasn't really shown us he can run under real world-class conditions all now. But notwithstanding, world lead. So there goes the Jamaican world lead and until such time. Shelly Ann opens her account today, approximately about 5 or 6, I think, in the women's 100 meters. We're going to see what we've been hiding all thing about. I saw Oral Tracy say something about, or I don't understand why sprinters want to keep the whole thing secret. And I agree. Why is it? We can't see no footage of Shelly Ann training her. And then they turn up and then they end up injured, like Elaine. What a sad thing. Elaine traveled all the way to New York. And I mean, I watched the race. As you guys know, I'm a noted track analyst. I'm not a noted track analyst, sorry. And Elaine, I didn't see her pull up in the race, even though she came last. And now we're saying she pulled up. But did she really pull up or did she come last? Because I'm watching the race and I want one of you guys show me at what point did Elaine injure herself. To me, she ran the race. She went through all the phases of the thing up to about 90 odd meters. She did cut back on the effort at about 93, 94 meters. But then I did not see why she had to be lifted off the track. I didn't see her wincing pain. I didn't see anything like that. I watch it in slow motion. And as you guys know, my eyes are capable of capturing things that high-speed cameras don't capture. But I didn't see it.
Not
So
the
you see,
not the table tennis ball.
except for table tennis. But I didn't see it. I didn't see where she actually suffered the injury. And therefore, my hope for her is that there is no real injury and that she can produce at trials. I still have hope, you know. People are saying this is the end of Elaine, but because I didn't see the injury. You remember Bolt's injury? I saw injury and I saw Bolt fighting on the track, that last race when he did pull up, you remember? But I didn't see it with Shelly-Ann, with Elaine, I'm sorry. And I don't want to put the goat mouth on Shelly-Ann. Let's see what she does later on. Did you guys also notice that this there's a Jamaican athlete, I didn't know she was Jamaican, listening to her interview, Brianna Liston from LSU. She has a nice southern accent. But Brianna Liston, despite being the fastest Jamaican at 10.8 something, Kane?
10.91.
It was a 10.8 something.
That was winning.
I was winning. It's still good time.
No,
Omanyala will tell you that it don't make a difference.
But the 10.91 is the fastest.
So anyway, Brianna Liston ran a race. I didn't see her injured, and then she said that she won't be competing for Jamaica. And she's closing her season. She didn't say she's not coming to Jamaica. She said she's closing off her season. And that is, there's a mystery going on now as to whether she's committed to the Jamaican cause. Some people say she's speaking with an American accent. No, she's not having a lot of ackee and saltfish, mostly sausages and bacon. And it would be sad if she changes allegiance, but it looked like it's in the cards, in my opinion, based on what I see. Look like it's in the cards. I don't have a good reason why she would want to not try to make her national team. Can't find a good reason. I'll come into the national team in a minute. I was going to give you guys the lawn tennis rankings, but somebody stole my thunder earlier on. But congrats to Carlos Alcaraz winning his first French Open title. But in truth, Alcaraz should give as much thanks to Novak Djokovic for pulling out of the French at the was it the semi-final stage, I think? At the semi-final stage, Novak had to have knee surgery. I hope he's going to be able to... Quarterfinals. I hope he's going to pull out and he's going to come good come Olympics because there's a chance to win the Golden Slam. No, contrary to what the host said earlier on, there are 4 players that have won the Golden Slam, which is the French, the Wimbledon, US, Australia, and the Olympic gold. They are Steffi, Serena, Nadal, and Andre Agassi. So I believe that Djokovic's name should be there because otherwise Nadal can claim you got slams, but I got a golden one. You know, so it would be a good bookend to the Djokovic story if that should happen. No, another good bookend is that there's a table tennis player called Chelsea from Guyana. Chelsea Edgehill. Chelsea has struck gold twice, getting her second wild card into the Olympic Games. No, that's great. Because, to go to Olympics twice, but to also go to it by getting 2 wild cards in succession, that's a hell of an achievement, you know. And I think congratulations all around to her. I have a question for the basketball experts at the table. Is basketball fixed? Because Tree love Boston.
American sports.
Tree love Boston. And nothing to play for. I posted on Facebook that this is the least exciting NBA finals I've watched in years. Tree love Boston, and all of a sudden, a lopsided loss to the other team. I think basketball is fixed. I think that they might give them 1 or 2 more games and then have the real game. But it's sunny. I think that TV dominating sports, and therefore things happen in basketball that don't happen otherwise. And you can see it's a fix, you know. The way the game started, it never had no purpose. By first quarter, second half, lopsided. It was just, we call it a fait accompli. The game was done. And I say it's a shame on basketball. You guys need to play the game instead of fixing the game. You have 7 series and we know TV demands that we go right down to the wire. But it's kind of ridiculous for me. I would have said something about the Reggae Boys game against Dominica. But, I mean, Dominica have a population of 72,000 people. That is less than the parish of Portland, right?
It's less than half a tree.
Less than, there are 72,000 people walking half a tree right now. And Dominica, I want to tell you that the prison warden had to stop doing his prison work to go and play for Dominica. the chief surgeon at the hospital, the fire truck had to stop driving to get 11 men to play against Reggae Boys. And yet we had to strike with professionals coming all the way from England and all over the place.
All over the
We
world.
struggled against Dominica, managing to squeeze home a 3-2. I hear that near the end of the game, man was kicking out the ball because they didn't want the Dominicans to get close to the goal. What a shambolic state of affairs. The only light in it I saw was, what's his name? Kahim and Boza were the highlight to me. Scoring 1 goal apiece, Boza got a penalty to go 2. But Kahim misses a lot of goals, but gets into great positions. Remind me of Romario. Romario was always in position. You remember Romario?
Neymar scored a lot of goals.
I know, but he was always in position. His sense of where the ball was going. It's a bit like Dennis Rodman as well. Rodman know the ball going once it's heading towards the hoop.
Study rebounding.
And yes, and he started to move before anybody. Most goals are scored by poaching and rebounds, you know. If you watch Erin Haaland and Romario, these guys get a lot of rebounds and tap them in. And that's one thing there. Now, shed a tear for poor Hal Grimson, Coach Hal Grimson. Hal Grimson 2 weeks ago said, we all need to accept Leon's professional way of thinking. And then a couple of days before that, Hal Grimson said that Leon Bailey is by far Jamaica's best football player. Big up the man, big up the man, big up the man. Only to be slapped in the face by Leon and his agent. You know, after the coach talked to the man and said, we want you on the team, big man and all this kind of thing. Remember, you know, Hal Grimson was the one who suspended the man for his night on the town. Yeah. Hal Grimson suspended for his night on the town and breaking curfew and tried to impose discipline. But to me, if you do that, you have to follow through. Hal Grimson had been singing the Leon song, I want you back, Leon. And now the thing look really bad. And it like I said, it's a slap in the face with Craig, a good brethren of mine, making all kind of demands. And I was going to do a little piece about the demands of stars. You know, I did some research. I found that people like Beyonce wants, you know, rose-scented candles and Pepsi Cola near her and all these kind of things. Adele wants chicken salad sandwiches, Marlboro Lights, the best quality red wine, 6 metal teaspoons in her dressing room. She wants organic honey, 12 bottles of ketchup, 1 electric kettle for boiling water, 6 large mugs for tea, 2 squeezy bottles of honey, and all these kinds of things. And then I went to Leon's demands. Leon Bailey wants
personal security.
Personal security. He wants a number of players from
first class flights.
He wants first class flights or flights over 4 hours. He wants the temperature in the plane to be kept at a certain time. All kind of thing. And I'm saying that boy Leon really have a peer, really have a peer on him for these demands he's making. But they were willing to give him most of those demands.
Yes, that's the next
except that he also demanded that they sort out this thing about Speed.
Yeah.
Speed, who is the technical director, they don't want Speed to be connected to a club, or they don't want Speed to be connected to JFF. That's what Craig is asking for, whilst being connected to Phoenix and all these other things. And they're willing to sacrifice Whisper as well. Whisper is now a chess piece that is being pulled off the board, and think this is the disgrace that Jamaica football has gone to. Yeah. And it's really sad that the nation come to this. Elephant Man used to say, shiver my liver, look what the nation done to Dutch. That's what it comes to now. We have gotten to a point now where we're willing to damage the nation's chances of doing well in a football competition over ego. Yeah. And just so you guys know, there's going to be a big party on the 21st of July.
Drip season.
Drip. It's a Leon Bailey party, and I'm calling all Leon fans to turn out and support, or show your support, or show your non-support. You know, when Drip is coming. I wonder how many people will be going to watch the baller play, seeing as he's not supporting Jamaica. I wonder how many Jamaicans.
They'll probably go.
Yeah, I know you'll be there.
I will not be there.
The party is called Drip.
Yeah.
I know you'll be there dripping away. But at the same time, I'm saying that, you know, he needs the love of the Jamaican public. Let's just forget about the football thing and just show him some love, or show how you feel. Come the football match. And I call it for the boycott. I didn't say that. No, one more thing. The taxi men have a strike over the point system the other day. I don't know if you saw it. But Jamaica really needs to look at what we're doing with the point system, because you make a bad turn, you pass the thing, then you lose what 6, 7, 8 points off your thing, and you only have about 10 points.
How much points? 15?
Well, the point is that the point system needs some redress. It needs to be addressed again because my goodness me, I took a wrong turn at Barbican against the yellow light, waiting on people to pass, and then I took the turn on the red, and it was clear to go. And the police came behind me, and that's 8 points right there. Yeah. Only 2 points left. Yeah. And can you imagine a taxi man who he's losing points. I think that we need to address the point system because it's surely not sustainable. That's sports commentary. What say you?
Yeah. All right. Well, she was my believer. They should deliver me. Oh boy, that was sports commentary, the controversial boss himself. I noticed him never touch on any cricket, but I mean, seeing that we have 14 minutes left in this 1 hour show, we're going to be pressed for time. Yeah, we don't touch on Liam Bay's situation yet. And we won't big up West Indies yet, but I think West Indies will go far in cricket. We're 3 from 3 so far, and for me, that's a highlight of my sporting week. And we'll see how the Super 8 will go. But we're definitely in the Super 8 along with India, USA, Australia so far, Afghan, South Africa, and Bangladesh, I think. But that's a lot of cricket left to play.
And USA.
And USA.
Yeah, USA is true as well.
I think we're hosting a good T20 World Cup so far. And
we?
West Indies.
Oh, the West Indies. Okay.
When I say we is double I.
Okay.
We is double I.
All right.
We as in double I. We as in
the West Indies.
Because we didn't get any much, and I mean everybody on the sports just here is hurt by that. I mean that's another part of my hurtful week. I just remember that from the next part is Brian Alliston choosing not to run this season for Jamaica in the Olympics, and I think that one of the highest achievements you can have is representing your country at the Olympic Games. For football, it will be World Cup, and for respective sport, and to have the chance to go and do that now, and up to any season early, and there's no time like the present, and you're in
there's no real explanation as to why not.
To me, I found that hurtful, and I mean, I don't really understand why, but I guess she has a good management team around her.
How long she has?
Because I'm not looking at age.
She's 2 years in.
Yeah.
In the States.
Yeah.
I'm talking like that already.
Fluent.
Wow.
Fluent.
Yeah, come on, people. It's just
Genuine.
I think that
it's real voice.
If I lived in the States for 2 years, I'd be talking.
Oh.
No, I wouldn't. You know, a good friend, Odingo Mitchell. You ever heard him?
No, not even close. This one. Not even
Odingo is close, man. No, Odingo is fluent,
She
man.
clean, man.
A good friend, Odingo is fluent in the
Yeah, Odingo is here ago.
Yeah, but even on a serious note, I wanted her to go to her first Olympics, garner some experience, go out there and even be even a medal prospect. But the experience you gain from remember Bolt running his first Olympics.
Yeah,
I think that changed his mindset and push him to a point where he just separate himself from anybody who ever competed in the sport, and even to just be an Olympian and go there. And the time is now, because sports is fickle, and 4 years from now you never can tell what happened. And do it now. Even to go around one event, and she's
as you say,
on the right trajectory.
She might have a plan that we don't know about.
Yeah, so
The plan is to switch country.
I don't know about that. I doubt it. No,
I don't know if that's a plan, but
Olympic year, brethren.
no. When I'm looking at it, though, it's an Olympic year.
Yeah.
You're the fastest woman in the world. She's the fastest in the world at this point. For Jamaica at this point.
Yeah.
So she's a front runner. Basically, Elaine is injured. There's a lot of uncertainty with the rest of our female athletes.
But even she had a long college season, and I mean a lot of workload. But even to go and just run one event, run your pet event, 200 meters.
That's what I'm saying. And for you to not want to participate, there's something bigger.
I think
down the road. It's very strange.
I know a lot of track athletes that
who
on the fringe of making the team.
This is Olympics, you know?
On the fringe of making the team.
Yeah.
And made the last Olympics, and the joy that person get from just crossing that line and making the Olympic team. Tattoo on hand, 5 circles.
Yeah.
I know in other different sports, a lot of Olympians have tattoo with 5 rings on it, because to go and represent your country.
Olympics
at the
is what?
Olympics, no matter what sport.
Is every what?
4 years.
4 years.
Every 4 years.
And you
And
get-
she's the fastest Jamaican now.
Yes.
Fastest Jamaican
I want
now.
you to go around the
And
20.
then we don't know the condition of Shelley. We don't know the condition of the rest of the athletes. And the Williams and those, we know that they're going to be like on the fringe of 11 seconds. So this is our best chance. And she's willing to just
3 races.
pull out.
Just go around 3 races.
There's something bigger.
I'm not saying it's easy because you have
Yes.
to train and prepare and
Yeah,
go
yeah.
head towards it. But this is what you do.
Yeah,
This is your love, your
yeah,
sport.
they're-
And you're
and it's not an injury. It's
We're
not an
sure,
injury.
'cause her legs are strapped the entire
say
time.
Her legs
maybe
are strapped?
a niggle.
So come out and say it then.
Yeah,
That's why Oral was saying why they keep hiding it. If they're injured, they just injured.
injured. And then you run the best time of the year. Back to back like this. And then what? I said,
Anyway, and then coming and
even so,
and yanking.
But even so, I hope to recover. I felt a niggle.
Yeah.
I hope to recover by the national championship. And then when national championships come, you'll be like, I didn't recover. Okay,
don't you
fine.
think? Don't you think this is?
I think it was just a plan from before, just not to run. the
No, you don't
Olympics
think
this
this is disrespectful. I think it's disrespectful
year.
to the
I
Jamaican
think it's
people.
hurtful.
No, I think it's
What is
disrespectful.
disrespectful now? What we're going to touch on now? Because fucking fire.
All right. Let us move on. But I think there's something more to this than just she just not
Time
running.
is
But
flying
anyway,
and it's pushing.
yeah, we
Fucking
gotta
fire.
move on.
Respect to all the fathers for tomorrow. Happy Father's Day. Salute to all you guys. Not even want to touch upon it, you know. For the first time, I'm not even going to talk in the English thing right now. If anybody can understand me, then you just can't understand me. 5 years, I talk about this. Barely enough in a national team. We still not wasting the time. From 2019 when we was trying to get him.
Yeah,
I
talking
say-
about Belgium and
It's not wasting the time. If somebody want to play for the team, they're going to just come. You're not going to this back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And no matter about misleading information. You know what is misleading? This thing about this from 2016, Bailey don't get no rest, no vacation. One match Bailey played in 2016, under 23. One. So between 2016 and 2019, Liam Bailey don't play no more game for Jamaica.
Yeah.
None. The most active Bailey has been for Jamaica is this season.
last season. to this
Last into this. That's the most active. Every other year from 2019, 1 and 2 match, 1 and 2 match. And most of those matches are played during November. So between the entire summer period, how are you then?
Real.
Are you saying I get a vacation and spend time with your family? Secondly, I'm not going to beat the coach too bad, you know. But I beat him same way. You cannot take Craig Butler word for it. You and Bailey in the talk. Bailey again a go ahead. Craig have film ulterior motive. Him have film motive in all of this. Craig go a meeting with Chris Williams,
And
Dennis Strong, and himself.
Well, the meeting is between him and Dennis Strong. Chris Williams was the mediator.
Yeah. Clearly, they might try fix things.
Yeah.
They might try get things sorted out.
No, I think it's. They've never try fix things. I think it's a Nintendo game they might play.
They might try do something.
Yeah,
They might try do
they might
something.
play with the national colors, which.
I ramp
that
with my
part-
World Cup food. And I ramp with my Copa food.
No, I think we can do it without Leon.
Outside the World Cup, you know, every South American, North American, Central American want to play Copa because there's nothing bigger than the World Cup outside of that.
Vinny.
Outside the World Cup is Euro. Outside the World Cup is Copa. Who don't want to play?
No,
Messi at the age of what, 38?
no, not so old. Don't do that to Messi.
37.
Yeah.
Messi down there playing.
37 soon.
Suarez almost 40. Suarez playing.
Yeah.
Ronaldo 40. 39, but
Yeah,
he's a player.
No, we're not letting it go.
Tony Cruz.
No,
No,
Euros.
Euro. Tony Cruz come out of retirement to play Euros.
Yeah. To go back into retirement.
To go back into
Help
retirement
the
after.
national team. Because Germany drop off and see was him come back at lift.
And you're going to tell me, say you tired and you have party. The coach bend over backwards for you. Your party is the 21st and the man say, all right, I have commitment. I make you keep your party. You say, or your mediator say, or Butler say, boy,
Agent.
second and third game you can drop in. Coach, all right, work with that.
Joke thing that's still, you know.
No,
Big-
that was a big nonsense.
Big joke thing.
Big joke
But me
thing,
not say nothing. Coach say I work with that. That is how far the coach will go. And that is why the coach don't know. Because the coach basically give you what you want. And then you spit him in the face, you just box him in the face.
Yeah. So this Liam Bailey saga now, I think this is the end of it. I don't think Liam Bailey will play back for Jamaica. And if
Not for
so,
now.
that will be some great undoing of all that
If
has
it's forget-
taken part. Because for one, the part that them go down now, I think that,
Understand.
as the saying go, you cut off your nose to spite your mouth or spite your
Spite your
face.
face. Yeah, you know what I'm
Who wins in this situation? Nobody
JFF.
wins. Because I don't see Craig Butler winning. I don't see JFF winning.
I know who
And I don't
lose.
think the side is up to its optimal performance without one of its better
So
players.
Leon Bailey has
nobody-
won.
Liam
No,
Bailey cannot win.
can't win.
Why not?
How you for win?
He's getting one.
Well,
Him
well,
get nothing.
he don't get
Him
nothing.
don't want to play football. It's
Don't want to play
not
for
obvious?
Jamaica. He didn't want to play in the
But
first
that-
place. The only reason why
Hold on,
Leon-
hold on. Just, I'm saying that's why I'm
No, but
saying.
even so, I don't think-
Leon Bailey is getting what he wants. He doesn't want to play football during this
We
period.
said if the coach call him,
I don't
if
think-
we are going World Cup and the coach call him, me done with Jamaica football. You know?
If you qualify for World Cup.
Yeah, and them call him, me
No,
done.
he won't be playing. I don't think
Uh,
he'll play.
Me personally done with Jamaica
No,
football.
I don't think they will
But
recall
even
him.
so, and I think that this is also something
Whisper losing?
big. No, this is something bigger than even Bailey and Whisper. This is something ongoing for years now,
For
and
real.
something off the pitch. And the players that on the pitch fighting a war with people who not on the pitch or who playing. Because clearly there's something between Craig Butler and Rudolph Speed and GFF. I'm not defending the GFF. GFF need a shake-up. GFF need better management, better administration, better everything. But on the pitch, even so to deliver a message and to get them out,
There's
I
a-
think that there are many ways to skin a cat.
Remember-
And this way that they're trying to skin a cat, as I said, you're cutting off your nose to spite your face.
Yeah.
What going to happen to Phoenix players now? What going to happen to players coming in the future? to play for
I think
Jamaica?
this has been happening to Phoenix players for years. This is not something
years.
new. For years, they've been blacklisted
But
for
which
years.
Players?
Which Phoenix
Which
players?
Phoenix players?
I mean, from way back from
Yeah,
them
but
in
are
prep
the-
school, from
are they
from teenagers.
But are,
Was Whisper? To a point, of course.
no, Whisper play from high school.
No.
National call up from high school.
Of course, Whisper
How?
was.
How?
Is when Hal Grimson came, that's when Whisper got his chance.
But that's
Whisper
what
wasn't
him
playing.
call-
But Whisper wasn't
That's
playing
what him
Jamaica.
call-
Whisper wasn't playing
man,
football.
they left him off. They left him off a lot of youth teams before that. They left him off a lot
But
of
who
youth.
was he playing
It is
for?
well known that Phoenix players they have been blacklisted for many years because of Butler. It is well known. I don't know who was giving them a fight, but everybody knows this
But
is
even so, if
public
that's-
knowledge.
But if that is the case now,
Yeah.
you are willing to cut off your nose to spite your face.
Well,
Even
I'm
so,
saying,
you're being blacklisted now, and you get a breakthrough with these two players. Use them as an example
yeah.
for them to play, and yet still do the groundwork to get rid
sure
of who
it's-
you want to get rid of. But you're going to put the plug on
current-
these two players.
The current
basically?
under 20 team.
I don't think it is just Craig pulling the plug.
Who?
These players are also agreeing.
So you don't think Whisper want to play for Jamaica?
Hold on.
You don't think Whisper want to play for Jamaica?
Hold on.
I don't think so.
It's as a youth, and you know that somebody do you wrong and been doing you wrong over time, you're also carrying that grudge as well. It's not just Mr. Butler alone. Them youth know what was
Fine,
going on
yes,
from before.
but do you decide now to not play for your country? That is the way.
Well,
Decide to critics to go out there and perform.
it's
If
not,
I go there and score a hat
it's not critics of the
World Cup,
it's
and
not
come and put
it's
the
not
TV
critics
and say,
skin. It's
"Oh,
not critics.
Hold on, if I
It's not the critics.
hold on, critics or not. If
It
I
is
go there and perform,
it is the federation that they have a problem
Who you
with, not
playing
the
for, the
people of
federation
the
or the
country.
country?
Huh?
if
Who you
I
playing
go
for, the
there-
federation
No,
or
they
the country?
have an
but
issue. They
the
have
issue-
a
Argentina
big
is one of the
issue.
poorest federations. You see Mexico, you know, the same not
No,
paying because
what
Argentina.
I'm saying, they have an issue
With
with
who?
people within
we
the
have to continue this
organization.
topic even next week.
They have an issue with the people
Who?
within the
Sure.
organization.
One thing I can tell you, Speed not resigning and Speed is in
But hold
power
on,
for
if
4
I play
years.
for Jamaica-
Billy not playing again for the next
If
4
I
years.
play for Jamaica,
Why
right?
Bailey don't need Jamaica anymore?
But
What you say?
Bailey does not need Jamaica. He's playing professional football.
he needed them
He can
to get-
retire from
but-
international football and just be okay.
So he did actually-
Just like how you saying, but retire and he's okay.
Yeah, but
Bailey
you want
can
to play,
retire
so
and
but-
he's
but
also
you want
okay.
to play, but you want to play football.
But he would need to play for Jamaica to get the transfer for Aston Villa, though.
Whatever the
Enough
case
people
is.
never know that.
Whatever the
They
case
had to.
is.
But you're going to be on the case.
But hold on, him could have stayed in the
Belgium,
Bundesliga.
he can't be transferred anywhere else.
he
He
needs
wasn't
caps.
playing in the German league.
Yes, we have to stay right there for the rest of the life.
So what? So what?
No, man.
So what?
You always want
Is
to
he
move
getting
on.
paid? Is he getting
No,
paid?
it's
in
not
the-
about money. It's not all
You
about
want to
No,
move
it's
to
not
another
about money,
league.
It's
Kane.
not all about money.
It's in England. In England.
To move from one Europe country
To another.
Well, he was in Germany though. They made
Yes, the entire time.
But it's not all about money.
And what?
And the
And
money
what?
will finish.
No. It's about
not all about money.
It's about working and getting paid.
I'm telling you.
So a
Well, I'm
lot of
saying-
it is about
But
money.
still, just 1 second, guys. We need to make sure that Leon still has an income, so we need to support the parties.
The drip. But we're out of time.
But as we said, even so, I think they're in the position to make a difference.
Who? Whisper? And
Craig
Bailey?
Butler, Whisper, Bailey. But I think that if you have a problem, there are many ways to go about it. And I think they're going about it the wrong way. And I think it's going to be backlash and nobody wins. Nobody wins from this.
I think I
GFF
think
don't win.
Bailey's okay.
Coach not
Teams don't
winning.
win. The nation
Can I show you
don't win.
something?
Everybody.
Can I show you something?
And then if we don't qualify for World Cup,
The
now
current
we
under 20
worse.
team, have 4 Phoenix players in there,
Yeah.
And Craig is pulling those 4 players because of one player never gets selected. That makes sense? One single Phoenix player never gets selected. Craig don't complain about Jamaica team. When Kyle and Leon did a play for
So
Jamaica.
you're saying this man just come up with they didn't have any problems back in the past. This man just
They
come
have
up with all of
problems
this
with
now.
JFF from Captain Burrell days and not just now.
What's
Craig
that?
is the
Let-
same man
let
who's-
he what they say, go ahead.
Sorry,
Let
guys.
he who is without sin
Cause the first
cast
stone.
the first one. I know all of them in Bangarang.
Yeah.
Next week we're going to continue this topic. And I mean, Copa going to kick off soon. Euros, as I said, you have a lot to watch. Cricket, World Cup, West Indies. I mean, so people, another primer has come to an end.
Yes, so stay tuned for who's up next.
DJ
Teach them.
Again, big up the listeners on
Fit FM,
Fit FM.
96.7, Primal
Friends down
4K
there
app.
in Chilani.
Yeah, Facebook and YouTube people.
World Wide Web.
Yeah.
Next week we're going to continue this topic because this Liam Bailey saga, we have to talk about it more. We're going to have
When is the
have a
party,
round
by
table.
the way?
21st of June.
21st. And guess when we're playing
Oh, you don't
Mexico?
know that?
Okay.
And guess when we're playing Mexico?
22nd.
22nd.
So the man don't want him. The man don't want to play football. Man want to
party.
party.
Alright,
Man, move on.
Move on from football.
From international football.
International football. All right.
All right,
Thank
people.
you again.
Yeah.